GamesDiddleyBF3 with my mates and me, cause we want to do some gaming. But then we got kicked, we got banned, we got killed because they got Scumbag Admin. I'm trying to find the words around with admin. I really hate fucking admin. Scumbag Admin.
What? Oh, me too. That time we were just winning.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Scumbag Admin, where we name and shame those admins who are scumbags. Okay, so the first set of gameplay I've got for you today is from Grand Bazaar Conquest, and we are playing on a server owned by a guy called Lolston, and he's our Scumbag Admin. You'll see in the top left corner you've got the Sadmin kill count, Scumbag Admin kill count, and that'll increase by 1, and you'll hear this every time we get a kill on the admin. Now, I hope you enjoyed the intro music there. That was written on a very small budget, simply because I couldn't afford to pay anyone to resurrect Jimi Hendrix to write the theme tune for me. So I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe I'll re-record that at some point, I don't know. Maybe we'll just keep it as it is. Who knows, who cares? I don't. Right, so let's take a look at the gameplay. First thing you'll notice here is we're attacking Flag Alpha, which is currently in the hands of the enemy, and I am riding in the LAV, driving this with a few of my friends as engineers, trying to keep me alive and support the attack on Flag Alpha. And we just neutralised that flag, and I'm just basically sitting on this road protecting the flanks of the infantry who were trying to gain that flag, and also to get a good position on that LAV when it comes out of the enemy base. Not to spawn camp, just because if it is going to attack Flag Alpha, it has to come down this road. So at least I will have the element of surprise on that LAV and a better firing position being further down the road. The reason I was kicked from this game, according to Lolston, is camping. Now, one of the things you'll notice from these guys is that they just love to throw people at this LAV. They just non-stop throwing their teammates RPGs, tow missiles. They even try to C4, which, I mean, it made for a good gameplay. One more kill. Made for good gameplay, but for myself it was quite frantic, quite hectic. My friendly engineers, to their credit, did the best job in keeping me alive. I would not have survived without them. And here you can just see the LAV coming out of their base, which I'm firing upon now. So at this point we have all the enemy flags, but you'll notice if you look on the minimap that flag B is currently flashing, and also from the heads up display none of our teammates are camping around their base or even on that road that comes out of the base and heads straight down towards flag C and into the back alleys of flag B. So at any point they could decide to leave this flag alone. It's clear it's being heavily defended by myself and my teammates. So personally I would have gave up on this attack and headed to a different flag to try and alleviate the pressure from here, so then they might be able to come and take this a bit later on. So I haven't moved off the flag yet, simply because of the amount of enemies that were around here, and my understanding as a defender is we've got to stop them from getting that flag. At this point I decide, okay, that's enough, let's back out, let's go check flag C, because that was flashing a moment ago, and what do you know, I got kicked. So, normal practice for me when I get kicked, I'll send a message to the admin or to the server owner just to inquire as to why I was kicked and what made them do that to me. Quite a polite message. Hi, why did you kick me? And that was it. And what I did after that was rejoin the game, even though he was a scumbag and kicked me for that. I rejoined the game simply because all my friends were there and I wanted to continue playing this game. It was a good time despite being kicked. And Mr. Lolston, he actually replies to my message, which is a rarity from those scumbag admins. And when I duck down here, open it, he says I was kicked for camping. So decided to send him a message just asking him to explain how defending flag A against so many infantry was camping. Quite again, another polite message, wasn't being nasty to him, just wanted to know why he thought that that was camping. And he didn't reply to me from that message. Personally, I think it was he had a grudge and he really wanted that LAV dead, and he couldn't do it simply because I had the friendly engineers keeping me alive. My fire was quite accurate in suppressing the enemy and killing them, and they just could not take flag A, and he must have really wanted that flag because they just kept on coming to that flag all the time. When, as I mentioned before, if you look back at that footage, on the minimap there is nobody spawn camping their base, there is nobody camping that road down to the left that leads into flag B and flag C, and they could have chose to spawn at flag B, which they eventually took.
Shield.
I like how we won despite the admin abuse.
That's vicious admin abuse.
But that's not the only time we're going to see Mr. Lolston, because the intro to this video, with that fantastic music that you all want to buy on MP3 and support my living for as long as that may be, was taken from the game after, hosted by Mr. Lolston. And guess what? We were kicked for absolutely nothing. So, for the very first episode, and for the many more to come, Lolston, you are the first, but not the last, of our scumbag admins.